Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our deload week, day number 3. It's Wednesday. We're going to do our back squats today. So let's begin with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then get 3 rounds through this relatively simple little triplet of exercises. Lizard steps. So we're going to start from our quadruped position, and then I want you to reach 1 foot forward, like so that the front shin is vertical and your legs are in line, or your front leg is in line with your hands. And then we're going to try to hop to the other side, and then hop back and hop to the other side, like so. So 3 times like that. After our lizard steps, we're going to do some candlesticks. So the candlestick, we're rocking back on our shoulders and then forward onto our feet, standing up, sitting down, rock back onto the shoulders, forward onto our feet. And if you can't get all the way to your feet like that without using your hands, just plant your hands next to your butt and roll yourself forward. But we're just working on a little gentle rocking motion on the back. Just some really basic natural human movement, rolling on the floor. I like to reintroduce a lot of this stuff when we do our weekly warm-ups, just to get comfortable playing on the floor, as that's one of the things that as we grow through adulthood, we get very comfortable standing upright and in this one tall position, or sitting down. But crawling, kneeling, rolling, tumbling, those are things that, like, we left those behind as children, but we need to reintroduce them into our lives in order to make sure that we can still do those natural movements as we age, okay? And then the last one is just 5 reps warm up back squat. All right, so I've got my bar behind the neck on this, sitting on top of my traps, 1 big step back, taking my stance and squatting. Okay, one thing on this, even when we're make sure that we are setting ourselves up. So get your stance, take your deep breath, brace the core, and then initiate the movement with the hips. Okay, so hips go back and down, bar stays in a nice vertical path. When you're done, walk it back into the rack. Our workout for today will be 4x8 on the back squats, and we're in that middle percentage again, that 40 to 50%. If you're feeling good and you want to add a little bit, that's fine too, but don't go to anywhere near failure on these back squats today, okay? Then we'll get 4 rounds through for quality. First one, starting with a curl up. Okay, so for the curl up, I'm going to start on my butt. My hands are going to be behind my back, and then they're above my pelvis, right? So if my back is in a neutral position, my pelvis will be up off the ground. So I'm actually extending my spine by putting my hands underneath the lumbar area of my back. And then I'm gonna use my core just to draw my shoulders up off the ground, right? And then back down, up, and then back down. And you can try some different versions of this, like with one leg floating, like so, and then switch back and forth to the other leg floating. But this works some of the smaller muscles in the core that are in between the vertebrae to work on the shear force that your spine can hold. It's a really good back strength exercise. Side planks, toe taps is next. So I'm gonna be in my side plank position, and I'm just tapping my toe in front, tap my toe behind, tap in front, tap behind, and you get the more out of this, the longer it takes you, okay? So if you're just like tap, 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 you'll get through it really fast and you won't get that big of a burn out of the core. So if you go slow or a moderate pace, side to side like that, that would be the way to get the most out of that exercise. Next one is either 30-second handstand hold, or you can do some handstand walking if you want to. And you don't have to do the whole 40 feet. If you want to just do like a handful of like steps at a time and then come down, shake it out and rest a little bit, and then do another one, that is totally fine too. Body row or ring row. So for the body row or the ring row, if you want to do a body row, I would just set a adjustable pull-up bar at about waist height on the rig. If you want to do ring rows, then you just got your rings, but we're going to do a pause at the top. So bottom up, hands touching the chest, and then down. Up, hands touching the chest, and then down. You'll find that position, the difference between, like, say, a foot away from your chest and touching your chest, there's a huge difference in how much recruitment of muscles there is. So you may have to move your feet back in order to get into a good position that actually allows you to hold in that position at the top of the ring row, okay? And then the last one is 30 reps per side of our single leg flutter kick. This is another hip flexor and core exercise, and holding the opposite knee to the chest. Okay, so sometimes we'll do this with a foot flat. Today we're doing it with knee to the chest, like so, and I'm just doing single leg, 30 reps like this. If you get a repetitive popping or clicking in your hip as you do it, play with the angle that you hold your foot. So sometimes turning your toe in or turning your toe out can adjust where the hip flexor tendon lies on your leg, right? And that'll stop it from popping, or it can make it pop more, okay? So make sure you don't do that. If there's a repetitive clicking in the hip, tell us and we'll find something different for you guys to do, okay? All right, that's it for this Wednesday. I'll see you guys on Thursday.